Hello, hello, and welcome back everyone to the Ori and the Blind Forest Master Randomizer Tournament of 2022. This little tournament that will go over probably 2 weeks, maybe a bit longer, organized by yours truly, Lifdoff, which today will be facing off against DrTuen. And my name is Tukil, and joined in commentary I am this morning, this evening, wherever you are in the world, by Apple. How are you doing?
Well, hello. I'm doing better. We have Ori now, so it's gonna be great. Yeah, we have Liftoff versus DrTuen, both very accomplished, very well-known, high-tier master players. DrTuen, I think, has recently been doing a run through every single Plando in existence. I know Liftoff has made a few run a lot as well. He plays a lot of Master just for fun in his free time, so we have some very, very strong runners here.
Yeah, definitely. DrTuen, yes, indeed, did run through all the Plandos and is working on the Hell Plando to beat all Hell Plandos. So if you're into Plandos, wait for that. But with that, I am sure we can get into the action soon. So just as a reminder what Master is. Master is everything you can do that doesn't involve glitches, basically. So besides, I think, like 3 paths that are considered insane, you can do everything. For example, Iceless is in there. We have a bunch of Frog Healers. We have all kinds of damage boosts. Did you know that you can reach the map stone in Swamp Swim with 15 HP and Ultra Defense? And everything the like. So we will see what our runners have to do, and especially in the last 2 races that we already saw, we saw it come down to a certain trick that a runner nailed earlier, got to earlier, and we will see whether it is the same here again, or whether we have kind of a really open seed, which, knowing that Master is starved, is probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, starved being a very key term here. The seed will try to give you as little resources and skills as possible, and as such, there's usually something on the final escape. So as we get into our action here, what do you think will be on the final escape this time?
Okay, final escape. We had a bunch of wall jump on there. I'm gonna go with Charge Flame.
Ooh, that's a fun one. That would also exclude the fiesta we had yesterday, or well, today, depending on where you were, where we had climb Sea Flame for an hour before anything really happened. That would be, well, I mean, it's a seed. You can watch that kind of thing, but maybe we'll have something a little bit different here.
Yeah,
Go
hopefully.
to, oh, someone had a typo in the seed name. Go to Horu seed. We'll see if that happens.
Yep. Um, if you notice, both the beta and the out of date DLL, they are both intended. Good luck on your end, though, as well. On the flip side, we are playing on the beta version, which mainly means some quality of life features, and the new Alt R will be used. Oh, both stopping for that level up explosion, saving that tiny bit of time just for later, so they don't have to destroy the brambles. And of course, this energy cell still isn't randomized. It will be in 4.0 once the Siegen has been adjusted to that. But for now, this will stay the way it is, and we will get to see what we have in terms of progression. Looks like it's going to be a 2 Keystone Cider.
Yeah, that gives us 3? No, that gives us a bit more access all the way down to Wall Jump Tree. Without actual wall interaction, there are still quite a few things that you would have to pass by, so I'm sure runners are hoping that they can find something else. We'll see what happens here. Here we see another feature of the 4.0, the teleport anyway, kind of front ported from Ori 2 back into Ori 1 for the purpose of the randomizer, just to make the run from spawn to the teleporter, which is just kind of a thing you had to do for now. But yeah, just making that a little easier, just a kind of quality of life thing. which is very nice.
It has some implications in terms of routing and things you need to take care of. For example, you'd have to take care that you don't kill Marvin in the boulder chase, since you don't instantly go out there, but instead you let the level up animation fully play. Ghost door on the side of... Oh, Mapstone. That is something you want to keep. And yeah, both deciding to keep it. You definitely don't want to miss out on any keystones. This could be a very late keystone seed. Keystone, Mapstone, of course. We had Mapstone 7 seeds before, and well, if we have 7 Mapstones to our disposal, then they could come into play.
Yeah, and it is a check they can do pretty much immediately. It's not something you can just remember that it's there and come back. They do have, with those 2 keystones, access to the first mapstone here. So we'll be seeing what that first mapstone has for us pretty quickly. Quick detour here past 2 Frankies to get, well, the health cell, but more keystones. Okay, so maybe, well, no, you need wall interaction, I think, to get into Spirit Caverns? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. Wall interaction or bash.
Exactly. So that is out of the question for now. Our runners need to find something on the next 3 pickups. There's the pickup next to, or 4 rather, another keystone. Probably means we will get wall interaction. Yeah, and there it is, wall jump. Wall jump is definitely
pretty nice start. They get their wall interaction pretty quickly. Wall jump lets you do quite a bit of things if you have the keystones for it, and they seem to be getting quite a lot of that. So far, nothing you couldn't see in a standard seed.
Ooh, mini iceless or baby iceless on the side of liftoff, and gets a 3rd try. Makes it look easy. This is not easy. We have a 2nd mapstone as well here. And taking the damage boost, absolutely no problem. We'll take the level up, high Sigma, and go towards the wall jump tree. And yeah, I just have to say it's really comfy to be getting mapstones earlier, because it means that you can just put them in as you go and don't have to backtrack towards the pedestrians. But since either runner both runners have to do that, it's not really an advantage to either of them. And with that, we are going to our first skill tree, wall jump. Of course, we need to find our way to all of them to be allowed to the final escape, as this is forest trees. And there we see it again, beta. And can get the pickup next to it as well. Nothing of importance, so Spirit Caverns or Blackroot Burrows it is.
Yeah, we'll see if they decide to divert, maybe hoping to find... I could see, yeah, liftoff is going for the Blackroot, probably hoping to find a few more keystones. You don't really want to go into Spirit Caverns and then be stuck at the top with the 4 keystone door with only 3. So, yeah, probably a good play on his side to go looking for keystones there. DrTuen is doing something quite different, going back up the wall jump tree approach. Talking is hard. And we'll probably be going right into Spirit Caverns here.
That is definitely an understandable play with all the keystones we've been getting. That points kind of to it, but could also just mean that the Rando wants to prevent soft locks, since those doors need to have the keystones to go through. With that, though, we will see where our next progression lies, where liftoff is kind of collecting... Oh! Orb? What? And charge jump on the side.
What is this seed? This is way too nice. This isn't a master seed.
Well, with charge jump and wall interaction, pretty much the entire right side is in logic, so... yeah, we might be a while again. No
Charge
blue
jump
break
this
also
early,
potentially
though.
means to revisit. So that is something to look forward to for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting development here. DrTuen immediately backtracking for, I guess, the second time. Back to the wall jump tree. There is one pickup he left here. He's just being very thorough here, checking everything that he has access to here so he doesn't have to come back. It's a very good idea. You can easily forget that there's still a pickup left here, especially if it's a one-off like this. So just completely clearing that from your mind and not having to worry about it is usually a pretty good play.
Yeah, especially since Master Seeds tend to take like 1 hour plus. And if you've ever tried to remember something for 1 hour plus, that while doing something else, then, you know, that's not as easy as it might seem. Liftoff catching the good cycle in BRB means he doesn't waste any time here. DrTuen will, of course, have a much easier time here with that charge jump. Can even decide to not alt R after the ult pickup and just charge jump up. However, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, that's a laser death.
No.
Oh,
I know, I
that
think
is
he
a
ult
pretty
R'd
big
at the
deal.
pickup, so he only has to do a little bit. But still, this is quite a time sink, unfortunately.
Yeah, didn't quite grab onto the pillar apparently, and so slid into this laser. That is unfortunate, and now it has to wait for the bad cycle. That is quite a death, and especially in the early game, that can mean that your mindset is already a bit off.
Yeah, we did see a slight mouse wiggle from him, so there's definitely a little bit of frustration in there. This is a trick that you can do, or that most people do in all sorts of difficulties. So definitely not something that's master specific or anything that you're maybe not as used to. So I'm sure he's kicking himself just a little bit there, but yeah, we'll think about a minute of time here, and that lets DrTuen seemingly catch up here. Of course, DrTuen has the charge jump and has checked a few more things in Glades than Liftoff has, so not necessarily a very good way to see who's really in the lead here.
Yeah, I would say DrTuen is in the lead just because of the knowledge advantage and, of course, the skill advantage. With that, we are going to get our second tree. Of course, every 3 trees, as it's standard in forest trees. This is still not standard. We will see our clues. So no clue just yet. We will need to find our third tree. Probably either double jump or sea flame on that. Let's see if... Yeah, Liftoff seems to get the stack. Yes. Well done. Can move behind the animation. And DrTuen not far behind. Is just going to go the crusher movement as well. 3 energy, so we can glitch our way into Moon Grotto if we wanted to. And I wouldn't be surprised if both runners did that. It just has to be seen whether Liftoff will dip into Spirit Caverns first and get his charge jump.
Yeah, it's heading back into Blackroot for now. We'll probably want to go get the teleporter for easier access later, not having to walk through this slow zone here again and do all these wonderful jumps. And then, yeah, we'll have to see if that 3 energy points him towards the Death Gauntlet first, which might actually be bad for him if he prolongs going to Spirit Caverns for too long. He won't get that charge jump, which could be gating his next progression, which would be a little unfortunate. But he does have enough keystones. I think that's a 5. So he could go to the Spirit Caverns as well and go all the way through. So pretty much just a routing choice here that he has to think about it.
6 keystones now, and DrTuen has pretty much caught up with that charge jump. Everything is just so much faster. He could even just decide to jump over the boulder. It doesn't do so. Also takes the save anywhere to make sure that Marvin stays alive. Our trusty friend will probably be needed later unless we find that climb or the stomp here. And both are super powerful in the master difficulty especially, so I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't find either of them anytime soon.
Yep, and we can put in our second map stone here that we got earlier. Just another keystone, so we're now at 6 keystones. No, that's not a 6. I cannot read. Is that an 8? I'm
do
not
believe
sure.
that's an
It's a
8.
lot of keystones.
Yeah, we have to remember he hasn't opened the 2 keystone door into Spirit Caverns yet, so... Oh? Oh, okay, Marvin stays alive. I was worried for a second. As mentioned, the new alt R means that you have to be a bit more careful about your XP here. Turin also absolutely no problem with that, and in fact is gonna take Marvin for a ride immediately. Unfortunately, Marvin takes a dip into the spikes, doesn't respawn, so Dr. Turin has to take the intentional death onto the spikes. So let's see how long that trick will take him. And of course, he can either decide to go towards Grenade Tree or just head somewhere else and have it just open for later.
Yeah, Grenade Tree is definitely an option. Oh no, he doesn't have any ability cells currently, so actually getting past the laser is going to be a little difficult.
I think that's the least concern in that case. You don't want to watch a 1.5 minute cutscene.
That as well, yes. So he might just be opening this because he's here, maybe checking a few things, but not hoping for ability cells. We'll see. And there we go. Liftoff has found his charge jump and does still have enough keystones to actually go through this door here. We'll see if he decides to spend them all and go this way. I would assume so. Yeah, there he goes. So now he can get all the way to Sea Flame Tree, and I don't think any further.
Yeah, in terms of logic, that is definitely a good play, because this is one of the only places that is currently in logic. Because, as mentioned, glitches aren't... Oh, valid TP on the side of Dr. Turin. I do believe that's still out of logic, since taking Marvin for a trip isn't in logic. And but that is definitely great for later. Means we don't necessarily need Bash or Stomp to get to the left side. And wow,
Whoa, I did not know you could duck there.
Needs to make sure that he gets a level up. So far is slightly off still off of that. Has the energy though to save. I don't know if there's any energy on top. Oh wow, that is incredible to watch.
That's
Doesn't
nice
quite get the
there.
level up and doesn't
Is
have...
he gonna watch?
He's gonna kill the spitter first.
Yeah, this I think this thing respawned. Oh, there we go. He got it. Okay, good. Whew, no lore today. And on the other side, we are getting a third tree. We have a sunstone in glades as our first clue as Liftoff gets the sea flame tree. We've cleared quite a bit of glades by now. There's not too much left where they can check. So, long swim, like long flippers is an option. We have Gladeser, Grenadeser, are both a thing. I'm not sure we have too much else. Oh, we have Billy's stash, of course, and the swim next to the teleporter, I think.
Yeah, and we do
That's
still
all our
have...
options. So we might need, actually forcibly need grenade this seed.
We also still have the pickup above 4th health cell, I do believe, for both runners.
You're right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm not sure if right of spawn has been checked, since, well, the new alt R doesn't really point you to that, but seems like both runners are checking that now, so...
Yeah, they go.
that could
Probably
be...
both, actually. Oh! Aw, I wanted a forced grenade seed. Come on, people. Oh well, there's our stunstone. They have, well, Horu access, of a sort. I don't think they can quite get there yet. Liftoff is going for this energy glitch. This is a pretty hard one, because you can't just stand on the floor and like run side to side. You're airborne. You have to somehow get this a bit janky glitch in here, which is sometimes a little hard. And again, we see Tuen being very thorough, checking all the things he left behind.
And 4th energy cell, so that is now logical progression into Grotto, and probably is what is intended after all. It seems like Liftoff is going back for those same pickups as well, so no time gained, unfortunately, for him if he finds that 4th health cell on that trick. Tuen also now heading for the charge flame tree. Of course, both runners on through trees because of the divergence towards grenade tree. But yeah, there's 4th energy for liftoff. That is probably the only next logical step and means that we will find our next progression somewhere in Grotto.
Yeah, and he's remembered the charge jump pickups down here. So, like Tuen did before, is just crossing those off the list, basically, for his mental, so that he doesn't have to think about those later. And I assume with that 4th energy making Death Gauntlet a lot easier, he will probably head that way. Oh, yeah.
Tuen on the right is taking the Grove TP, which is most of the time a good play because you will need to backtrack a lot more in Master than you would need in other difficulties. And just having all the teleporters to you is definitely a heads-up play. Making sure the Frankie is alivened and can now take the Charge Flame Tree.
Yeah, I believe Liftoff took that TP as well. We were watching, I think, Tuen's fun Lost Grove shenanigans, so we weren't quite paying attention there. But I believe he got it as well, and yeah, has basically the whole right side of the map open now. So yeah, get your drinks and snacks, people. We might be here a while.
Yep. We'll see how long this takes. Some more keystones on the side of Liftoff. Nothing major just yet, but with the entire right side open to them, it will probably not just lie around the progression. We had too much of a nice seat so far. We need something hard now. So, anyone saying Igor? Igor?
Oh goodness, not again. Randy, please.
I do believe that both Tuen and Liftoff are familiar with Igor and the ways you can use him, though.
Yes, I definitely know Liftoff is. I have accompanied him on several Master Seeds. He's tried to teach me that trick as well. To no avail. I do not have the patience for this kind of thing. But yeah, he definitely knows how to do it. I'm not sure he has a proper, like, consistent setup for it, but he definitely knows what he's doing there.
And we are getting more resources, ability cells and health cells on the side of Liftoff. Tuen now just taking the Alt-R back to refill his resources, heads up play, and can now also head into Grotto. We also get our 3rd mapstone on the way, which means we can conveniently put it in there and don't have to worry about it later.
Yep, we got Liftoff doing a very nice bridge skip, flying over to the water vein, finding nothing much. Ability cells, I guess, are more important in Master than they are in other difficulties. But yeah, more keystones. They've been swimming in keystones. This is quite interesting. And more health. Health is always nice. I'm sure he's happy to see that.
Yeah, more ability cells. Everything is in logic that you can skill in the green tree, and also some of the red tree stuff, like Charge Flame Burn, is in logic. So yeah, being aware that how many ability cells you got and what the logic might expect you to do is definitely important in Master.
Oh yeah, definitely. And especially with this health, making more and more damage boosts possible. Health is nice, but in Master it can be scary because the more you have, the more the seed expects from you. So, what before was only a fake flippers and not much else, Death Gauntlet swim or something, yeah, this suddenly becomes a lot more that you have to do. So, yeah, scary swims might be incoming. And yeah, speaking of scary things, Liftoff is doing some games with lasers, and there we go, gets it. Doing a very nice. Oh, and finds dash. I'm sure he's very, very happy with that.
Yeah, that is enormous. Has 2 power skills now in a master seat. That is kind of scary, not gonna lie. And also means that charge dash is in logic. This is I do believe, the only difficulty, or maybe not. Maybe expert expect to do that as well, where you are expected to use charge dash as your means of destroying plants. So now back into Grotto means he can clean everything up that is in there.
And we saw him immediately go for that charge dash. Had enough ability cells to do that, and yeah, can now have fun with all the plants here. Can oops, rocket jumping by accident. There we go. Is not going back into Grotto. What's that thing called? Dang it.
Grotto
brain,
Vault.
please. Grotto Vault. Thank you. There's a plant in there as well. He's not going for that one. And finds wind restored here on the right. Also, nice, I guess, if you find glide. If the seed decides to be nice, then with that valley TP, I know we don't have open world, so it's not quite as easy, but it does make getting up to the rocks easier.
Definitely, Clyde is very powerful and very convenient, especially in Master, where, well, convenience is most likely not what you're gonna find. You're gonna find everything else, challenges, tricks, and everything, but probably not nice things. So,
yeah, and another mapstone. So we have 4 mapstones by now. Which, yeah, could mean fun things.
We still have the Grove mapstone altar to our disposal, I believe, on the side of liftoff, so can put that in, and that could be progression depending on how difficult the seed thinks that is, or getting all those mapstones. That was a TP towards Blackwood Burrows, if I saw it, so maybe we'll see the second reverse Frankie walk right now. With that dash, it is way easier than without it, since you don't have to ride the crushers.
Yeah, he can just dash through, make sure poor Marvin doesn't get hit anywhere, or he himself, of course. And then, yeah, there we go. Hard part is almost done. Just gotta get him past these spikes. There we go. And there we go. DrTuen also has his dash. So we now have skill parity again. Oh, that's an interesting save point. I didn't know that was a thing.
I do believe DrTuen was confused as well. He's trying to skill. Wow, that is... I did not know you could access your ability menu from there. But gets his charge dash as well. I was a bit worried about his ability point count, since he did have the divergence into the purple tree before.
Yeah, I think he only got air dash. He's missing something for... Let's see, he can't... Yeah, he still can't break this plant here, and it's not for a lack of energy. So he actually, with that purple tree choice, has, for now, locked himself out of the thing that might be hiding the next progression, but it's only one ability cell. He'll be able to find that pretty quickly, I assume. There we go, there it is.
Yeah, let's just hope that won't be a trend, though, that he is missing ability cells to do certain tricks and get progression. On the side of liftoff, he has, I do believe, 8 at this point, which, wow, that is kind of a lot. Also gets his Valley TP now, and can continue towards the grenade tree. Will have absolutely no problem with his air dash, or, well, with his dash in general. We'll try to get that pickup. Oh my god, that was something DrTuen did miss earlier. Sorrow.
Yes, I was about to say, he does not have that. This could be game-changing for liftoff. He has the charge jump, he has dash, charge, dash. I believe he can get all the way to the tree?
The last barrier is kind of a problem.
Can
The
you
downward
charge jump
one.
dash that? I'm not sure.
Maybe you can. Not too sure.
As you can tell, neither of us are master players. We're not sure about all the dumb strats. We'll see if either of them goes for that thing. We are getting the call. It's not in logic, but it is doable. So yeah, and it looks like liftoff is immediately heading that way.
And Tuan is continuing the trend for the one-offs. I do believe that is simply a play because he is a Plando player mostly. Ooh,
Oh,
with
that's a
some.
way of doing it too. Yeah.
That is really nice.
Oh, don't die. Okay, good.
Getting to see all the action. Grove teleporter activated. Not quite what our runners need here. Yeah, Truck also pointing out that this is potential go mode. We will see how much our runners want to do that. 2 power skills is of course always extremely good. That is a lot of rocket jumps.
If you have the energy, why not do it? There we go. Taking a zombie to open this door here. And yeah, it looks like he's gonna do the same trick he did with the upper floor. I don't know if it works here. There we go, and he's through. That was very nicely done.
And
okay, so yeah, flashbacks to 8 hours ago or so. We have another water vein horror seed here.
so while the seed might not require a grenade, it could require stomp still.
True, we can hope for that, or I guess not hope. And yeah, there on the right we can see Tuan doing the way I was expecting liftoff to try and break those walls or those floors in Sorrow, doing the charge jump dash method. It can be a little precise. It's easier on sloped walls, but I believe other walls, other floors are breakable this way too. We'll see. Nope. Does decide to leave it for now and is gonna go do the rest of Swamp Loop the wrong way around.
Yeah, we'll see. There's probably not gonna be any progression here. Of course, as Truck pointed out, neither the Valley nor the Sorrow TP were in logic simply because Igor Lure is not in logic because you can soft lock yourself. Spirit Light efficiency on Mapstone number 4. That would be good news for Tuan. Liftoff doesn't quite need it. I do believe he's 1 point off of Ultra Defense right now. So we will see. Gonna skip that cutscene and do some blind movement. I like that play. That's something we barely see, but it's really nice to see.
Yeah, gets himself 2 pickups that would otherwise have been semi-wasted time. Yeah, is gonna go. We're gonna see a little bit of a high five here. Yep, there we go. One heading into this teleporter, the other heading out. Yeah, basically we're gonna see the same checks from both of them by the looks of things. Oh no, okay, liftoff is, at least for now, not going for the swamp loop, is going to go the same direction as Tuan, checking. Okay, yeah, just make me a liar again. Checking things in similar areas, but not quite the same.
We're also getting word that Horror is in logic, which is pretty exciting. We'll see when our runners decide to dip their toes into that area. It's of course nothing you want to do necessarily. That spore kind of annoying liftoff right there. Nice rocket jump.
Yeah, he didn't want to use Sign to break that spore because it might have broken the spider as well, and he needed that for the rocket jump. And there we go, more dirty swims for another health cell. At least he can get back out now. That's quite nice. And we see Tuan getting... He is a mapstone behind liftoff, so not getting the spirit light efficiency yet. There's another mapstone, so can hopefully get that soon.
Yeah, we will have to see where the progression is. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was in horror. But for now, we will have to wait and see. Nothing too important for now on either side, but no surprise there. Honestly, if we already have kind of a go mode skill set, and we're 30 minutes in, which for a Master Seed is really quick. Normally they tend to be around an hour, probably more. If you're lucky, you're gonna get a below hour seed. And Tuan heading for Valley is gonna back up a save to skip the kill plane. That is great to see, just to make sure he doesn't softlock himself. And
Yeah,
it's
there
the
we
first
go.
try.
Very nicely done on his part. He now has, well, it's a different access to places than Liftoff has, but it results in a similar thing. Liftoff probably could get to Valley from... Oh no, he has the Valley TP as well. And there's this climb. That's very nice for the charge jump. Very nice synergy there. We just need grenade, maybe? Pretty please?
2 grenade jump seats in a row for the tournament, that would be great. Honestly, I'm here for it. And nice rocket jump from Tuan is going to allow him to get up here. Oh wait, we have Sunstone. What am I talking about? This is
we
very
have a
easy.
friendly Wilhelm. Yes. There we go. Oh, that looked like it was gonna go past, but it did hit in the end. So there we go. One bird bonked, and a glide tree gotten.
Quote unquote tree.
Yes.
Very quote unquote. Lift off here now. I am not sure what the counter says. I do believe that's like 6 ability cells, and 6 ability cells definitely would mean he could get to Stomp Tree. Gets more health. We are on 12 health by now. I wouldn't be surprised if Sorrow stuff was about to come up, or some Dirty Swim.
We still have the Horu, which we can reach now with this skill set, so yeah, fun times ahead. We'll see if it's just the water vein there or if they find anything else in Horu.
I have to say though, I love the divergence that is happening right now with Tuan going for Misty, going to lure this frog. Oh, didn't quite get the charge dash redirect. We'll try again. Seems like he has a good setup on this though.
This is still very finicky though. And yeah, there we go. Just bonking a little bit and... Oh, that was so close.
Okay, he's gonna get it though. And also he's still skilling in the purple tree, at least for Spirit Light efficiency. So it might be a while until he gets Ultra Defense, so for his sake, let's hope it's not gonna be too important, but it could definitely come up.
Yeah, definitely. We saw, I think it was yesterday, some farming happening to get the necessary ability cells to get certain things. We'll see if that comes back to bite him. At a certain point, it's very hard to farm, simply because you need so much XP to get another level. We'll see. He does have access to a lot of places where the enemies give a lot of experience, so it shouldn't be too bad, I think.
Yeah, I also wouldn't be surprised if the areas he's currently in would give him a bit more XP after all. Liftoff clearing the bottom of Valley. Let's see where he's deciding to go next. Did not get Feather yet, so also skipped the kill plane. And needs to be careful not to die here, because yeah, skipping kill plane is fun times.
Yeah, but oh, look at that. He even had the climb charge jump, could have done it by hand, but yeah, we have a friendly frog there, so who needs to do the work yourself if you have someone else to do it for you?
You are now 4 points off of Sense right now. So it seems like he is heavily approaching that. Liftoff, however, has the advantage in terms of trees, is at 7 already. Tuen will approach his 7th trees as well. His 7th tree. However, needs to be a bit more careful. The spike corridor can be very tricky, but what am I even talking about? Absolutely no problem with all the air dashes.
Yeah, there we go. Still checking everything here. What could come into play with his going towards Sense, that search for the water vein? He already knows that it is in Horu. It will be so much easier for him to, and so much faster for him to just run through all the areas and won't actually have to do everything. And we'll still be able to see if there's something useful on the pickups. So that might be what he's going for here. Trusting that he has enough health. I don't know.
Liftoff did get the same frog shot redirect first try, so really nicely done. Probably spent a good amount of time getting that down with how much master he has played. Really great to see. And Tuen is continuing here, probably hoping for either more ability cells or high XP counts to continue leveling towards that sense, as you alluded to. That could be helpful for the water vein search and for a potential stomp search, because, yeah, in all honesty, there is a good chance that that water vein is stomp locked. It's of course not guaranteed by any means, but I do believe there's like 5 stomp locked pickups in horror. However, Tuen found one way to circumvent that. It would involve Bash, or the Fronkular in... what is that? L4? R4? I don't know my horror rooms.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't know you could circumvent any stomp pegs without a Fronky there.
Yeah, in the lava chase room, you can technically
really?
take the
Wow.
Fronky and get him over to stomp the peg for you.
Well, that's fun.
Yes, that is something Tuen found actually. So
that doesn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was looking for that. And Liftoff getting that ultra defense on the climb tree. We've seen that tech used by Sirius a lot with the new Alt R. This is very much a good use of your time and ability points, just because you can use it. You can basically stack the animation of the tree with the animation of the teleport, and not have to deal with any blind movement. And it looks like it's horror time.
Interesting. So he still hasn't done the stomp tree yet. I don't know if he's just gonna leave that for last. I probably would have gone there in his place, simply to get the Gumon Seal clue. It's unlikely that we will need it, but you never know. You might need the stomp. So oh, very nice redirect there.
Tuen found it in Misty.
Well, there we go.
And it seems like he's going for Fallen right now. So definitely still in the searching stage. I would assume Liftoff is pretty much good to go, unless he needs that stomp right now.
And
that
picks up a
case, Tuen would
charge
have an advantage.
dash efficiency. That's very useful. They do have a lot of energy, but not needing quite as much for your charge dashes is always good. So we'll see if that ever comes to play, if Liftoff is ever standing anywhere without any energy. I doubt it. Runners are very good at keeping in mind what they have and what they don't, and how many things they can use, ability cells, energy, health, whatever. But yeah, the Horu search has started.
And Tuen also now has enough points
Oh,
for
well, that was easy.
Okay. Fast seed.
Never mind.
I do believe that is full go mode. It is
definitely.
a horrible go mode. Just gonna point that out. It is not quite nice to do this escape, but it's definitely doable. And seeing how Liftoff did some interesting final escapes lately, I wouldn't be surprised if he was comfortable with this.
Oh yeah,
Or at
he's totally fine with this.
Yeah. We will see how this goes. The last room can be a bit of a pain, I guess, but shouldn't be too bad.
I mean, he has
Tuen with the-
climb, charge. He doesn't have. Yeah, he might have to do some fun things there, but I believe he's been practicing just that type of fun thing. And yeah, we have seen Tuen now has the sense. I don't know what color he will turn when he gets close to things. We'll see it at the latest when he goes to Horu and gets the water vein. But yeah, so he can now search through things a lot faster. And we'll see if it actually pays off in any way. Right now, they do have the same skill set, no advantages in any way there. Just execution based, I guess. But yeah, this might pay off.
Yeah, however, liftoff would need to have major problems with the final escape right now. Tuen, you have climb, charge, jump. Okay, he's remembering.
He heard you.
He also got the spirit light pickup on the map stone, so no problem there. And he will have to do weird
Ooh.
stuff to get to charge jump tree. And talking about jumps, there's double jump on the side of liftoff. That will make the final escape.
Now
much
this
easier.
escape is easy. Well, easy in quotation marks, but definitely a lot more doable than before. And yeah, he just has one stomp tree left to go.
Yeah, and he teleported to Grotto, so we'll take the upper route probably, because we currently don't have a good way to break the blue barrier on the lower way in. And yes, indeed, he's going there. Tuen now on his way to maybe Horror, maybe expecting to find something there. With that sense, of course, does not need to check a lot of stuff. Will probably sense the water vein as soon as he gets into Horror.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not quite sure about the reaches of sense in Horu. I don't use it much. Oh, he's doing the fun strats. Yes. This
That
is the
is,
best way. Best way
yes.
to get this Baneling to shoot the wall.
Easily.
Whee!
The Baneling going to fly, and Tuen almost there, and liftoff almost at his last tree. So yeah, pretty much one Ginso tree and one charge jump tree between the two, and that probably means that liftoff will have to have some major problems, which I don't see him having with how much experience he does have.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Tuen, he never found that Sorrow TP next to the grenade tree. So he will have to do, fun things, TM, to get to that tree. And there we go. Okay, so his sense turns blue, if you want to look for that. And there we go, his water vein. I assume he's going immediately to the Ginso tree. Again, putting off that sorrow ascent, which will be fun.
Yep. At least he will have double jump once he gets to it. I would be surprised if he didn't just pick everything up in.
Yep.
Especially since he's sensing it.
And hey, 2kill, be happy, you got your violence.
Yes. Always happy for that. No validation though. I do believe he checked it earlier.
He might be a little worried about how far Tuen is with that. It really is just that Sorrow TP difference between them that could have been quite a game changer if Tuen had actually found that as well. So,
Yep,
and you were right, you're a charge flame.
Yeah, predicted the right thing to be on there. And we will have to see how many problems he has with that double jump, as mentioned. It's just so much easier since he also has triple jump. I don't know if he has quad jump, but just needs to take the damage boost here. Easily done. Now into the S-band. The water is still dirty, but we have 9 health still and ultra defense. Charge flame to defend against the fish. And Yeah, with that charge jump, double jump, absolutely no trouble getting over the cutscene trigger. Now just needs to climb on the left wall with that double jump yet again, and GG.
Yeah, GG indeed. Tuen found his double jump, is reaching that tree there. Has 9 trees now, while Liftoff is in his final holding right sequence.
And Liftoff will be facing Sirius next in the best of 4.
Ooh, that will be interesting.
Yes. Looking forward to that. Tuen now into Valley and gonna have a fun time. Fun in lots of quotation marks. Also, can we just appreciate how this is a sub 50-minute seed?
Yeah, this was super speedy for this kind of a skill set. Well, the skill set is all right. You could probably find that in an expert seed or something. Ooh, we are turning blue again. What are we gonna find here?
Well, maybe Forlorn TP? That would be funny.
Ouch.
Grenade!
It is a grenade!
jumps!
Oh!
Okay, fun times, fun times. Let's see if Liftoff does one final optimizations or whether he just goes straight over the finish line. Yes! The hops.
Hopsies, gills.
Okay, but Tuen now absolutely no problem with finishing out the seat, so this is actually pretty close. Or what turned out to be pretty close.
Yeah, he still needs to do a pretty precise grenade jump to get up here. Oh, what am I saying? There we go. One very precise grenade jump for him. And now just has to get through some very tasty Doritos, who just want to eat him. But, yeah.
No
refilling
ultra
his
defense,
health
though.
here. And there we go. Ouch. The double jump is helping here a lot as well, I think. Yeah, but without the ultra defense, and I don't think enough to get there, this could prove a little more tricky. Oh, hello. There's another skill or important thing. I believe that's the pickup above?
Yeah, I do believe that's the 4th keystone.
Yeah. I doubt he's gonna go for it. The G jumps should be more than enough for him. But yeah, is having a little bit of trouble here.
Maybe our truck can figure out what that skill is. That would be
If
really
it's
great.
glide, I would be very pissed. At least. Oh, that was so close. Dang it.
That could
Okay.
also be the energy cell, actually. Like, in the spikes
you
below.
mean below? It could? I think he's coloring more upwards, though. I'm not sure.
We will have to figure it out, but Liftoff is on deck, so let's go ahead and pull him in and ask him some questions.
Yes, indeed.
GG! Liftoff, congratulations on that win.
Thank you. That was fun.
How relieved were you about that double jump?
Actually, quite. I was also relieved to remember that climb and sea jump can actually break floors and get me into swamp. So that was nice to remember half the way up through Ginso. But yeah.
Yeah, we were wondering why you did Ginso before Stomp, but that makes sense. Tuen is currently in Sorrow, is struggling to go through. He never found the Sorrow TP.
Oh no.
And he is turning blue there, so there's something there.
I think it is the energy cell, actually. It is very low that he's going blue.
Yeah.
Yikes. Anyway, yeah, he will get this. There we go. Gets it eventually. Yeah, so Liftoff, about this seed. Is that like what you expect of a master seed, or was it too nice that you would categorize it more as an expert seed?
Well, it felt like expert when playing, but I did break logic pretty heavily by going into lower B or B, so I don't actually know if that actually gave me anything. Was that even out of logic? I could have had climb at that point.
Yes, that was
And
out of logic. You didn't have a way to get into lower BRB at that point because Marvin isn't in logic.
Yeah, but with the
yeah,
climb,
but
it would
I
have worked.
could have gotten climb. I had everything to get climb at that point. I think. Maybe. Yeah, I didn't actually break logic that much. Come to think of it, because all the terror break stuff I did to get to see jump tree, I could have also just found climb instead. So yeah, that actually felt pretty expert. That was
Is
a very
the
nice seed. I guess
is the
the
final
reverse jinxed it with the seed name.
You did have to go to Horu before
True.
actually going for the final escape, so the name did
True.
fit.
Were you worried at
Very
any
end-
point that you would have to search for a long time for that stump, or were you just hoping that water main would be accessible?
Well, I was worried after I was fairly sure that I would find something in Ginso because it was behind Water Vein and Water Vein was in Horu, so it was probably late-ish in Logic, and late stuff usually has something in Master, which was the reason why I was still checking stuff in Ginso, and because I needed another skill anyway. But yeah, I don't know if I hadn't remembered that Climb Sea Jump actually can substitute for Stomp, at least in the places I needed it. I would have probably continued further up Ginso. There's always something there. But yeah, I wasn't overly worried. I might have needed to search for some stuff, but I had a couple of pretty dense areas left to search. I had all of Sorrow left as well. That wouldn't have been
Okay,
that
Ice
bad.
on the side of Tuan though. He's in the final escape, and with his grenade jumps, oh, he triggered Kuro, and that will probably be his death. No, he was right at the end.
He found
If you want to
grenade.
know where grenade was,
Yes, I do.
it was in Wilhelm XP.
Oh no.
Yeah, Sense helped Tuan out there. He went for that. I don't think he still doesn't have Ultra Defense, I think, which is what you went for, obviously.
Yeah, but we got like a gazillion health, so it wouldn't have really mattered.
True.
Okay, truckers are unsure what was Senstan's sorrow, so we might never know. But Tuan in the last room again will be doing the 3 grenade jump method. Gets through the first 2. With that double jump, should be able to get up there.
He doesn't
Don't
have
get
triple
Sigma
jump,
Rock?
but
Okay.
there we go.
We'll set up for the final grenade jump here. And GG to him.
Yeah, there we go. Wonderful grenade jump at the end.
Yeah.
That was a
absolutely.
pretty fast master seed. Pretty fast master seed all in all.
Yeah, definitely. 48 minutes and 10 seconds. And Tuan finishing within 7 minutes of you, or 8 minutes maybe. That is pretty insane to see. Talking about that, though, how are you feeling against your next opponent, Sirius?
Let's not really talk about that. No, I think I know more about Master than he does, but his execution is just like so much better than mine that I would say he's the heavy favorite, probably. But I mean, it's Rando, anything can happen. And yeah, I don't know. I know that he probably will play a little more aggressive, so I might try to be a bit more thorough and counter that. We'll see. I'm just happy that I won my first match, and when I saw the bracket, I was like, well, I guess if I get to the semis, I'm calling this one a success.
Fair enough. Tuan finishing with,
very
I think, a 55.9. The timer didn't quite stop. We will have to ask him if he wants to join us for a chat as well. I do not have race time open, so if someone else could ask him, that would be great. We have more Ori action on Saturday, and I do believe we also have some NMG stuff for the weekend, though I am not entirely sure about that.
Yes, we probably... it's not set in stone, but if enough runners are around, we would probably be... We are still just doing, like, for fun weeklies, to prepare basically for the tournament that is starting next month, like after the end of this. So we're just sorry for the bell. We're just doing fun restreams if we have enough people. So come join us.
And Tuen is on deck for an interview, so let's pull him in and ask him some questions. GG Tuen for finishing that seed in sub 1 hour.
Yeah!
GG.
Given that I've only warmed up running seeds fast, as opposed to planned out dumb stuff, in the last couple days, I'd say a sub hour is pretty good for me.
Yeah,
GG.
looked pretty good. So one important question that I think all of us have is sense usually what you go for, or was it just because you had a climb volunteer action charge jump start?
It's actually a strategy I've been thinking of working on. I have recently become extremely good with things like double jump and doing like damage boosts with really low health. So the strategy here is that by not going to the end of the blue tree and blitzing the for sense instead, I can rely on the skills that I have with those with those in-game skills and benefit from getting sense instead.
That is a fair point. Were you worried after that dash found that would be problematic, since we saw you struggle with the ability cells?
No, because I got charge dash probably only a couple minutes later. I got dash and I had 5 in the bank, so I knew I'd get charge dash and just go back to the purple tree strat.
Fair enough. So how happy were you about that grenade find?
Oh, I love it. Grenade is my favorite skill.
That is
you can do the most ridiculous things with grenade.
Yeah, and you definitely
Including
showed it off with
G-jumps.
the 3 grenade jump last room in the final escape. That was premium content. I enjoy that a lot.
You know what's funny is I actually couldn't find a better solution to that. Charge jump, double jump barely doesn't reach that wall, or unless I didn't get it perfect.
I think you need triple for that.
You need triple, yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was the best way I could think of to solve that room. And I just happened to, from other research and Plando shenanigans, know the angles required.
Yeah, it was amazing to watch. I am currently checking what you sensed in Sorrow, because I have absolutely no idea. Glide was on Mapstone 8, if anyone is curious.
Amazing.
Ouch.
Where was Bash? Where was Bash? I'm curious about that one.
Bash was
Bash and
Forlorn
Stomp.
Keystone 2.
Okay.
And
you
Stomp was
kidding?
on the Wind Escape.
You were thinking about going there, weren't you, Tuen?
I was, and then I realized I didn't have anything to break the floor leading into that area of Valley, so I had to abandon the idea.
Yeah.
And it seems
yeah,
like you
didn't have
sensed
time, I think.
warmth, because I don't see anything in the
Oh,
spoilers.
that's really funny. there is a frame perfect trick I could have done to get into Lower Valley. If you charge jump and charge dash one frame after one another, it can break the floor.
Wait, really?
But
Oh my God.
it's extremely precise. I think Cosmic or Sarah Baron might have been one of the two that found it, and they said they literally got it exactly once, and were so they were so unsure about it, they included like a warp to help you progress in that Plando seed. And I actually think I took the warp for that too. I actually never got it, so I know it's hypothetically possible, but that's not something you go for in a race.
Yep.
Yeah, probably not.
And the
Anyway,
water was
GG.
in the Upper Ginser redirect XP.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Great
I mean,
seed.
we got like I think I ended like on 12 health. You don't need water if you have that much health.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 1 billion health.
But yeah,
I'm
great
sad
seed.
I never found grenade, but other than that, very, very fun seed.
Yeah, it was great. It's honestly one of the fastest ones I've done.
Was that kind
I
of
look
what you
forward to
hoped for?
watching you lift off. That was bonkers. What a good time.
Thanks.
Was that kind of what you two hoped for? Like more of a faster seed, or were you hoping for one that would stretch out? Maybe starting
Uh,
with you, Tuan?
I was actually hoping for a very long seed. I think that would have favored me more, since I know some really weird and obscure tricks that could have circumvented logic.
Fair enough. And for you, Liftoff?
I mean, I wasn't hoping for the 2-hour seed that the dude was trying to conjure, but but this one felt a little too nice. Actually, I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have minded something a little more tricky. But
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not
tricks are always
obviously not complaining.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
It sounds a lot like complaining to me.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, you'll probably get to show off against Sirius. Hopefully, that will be a more exciting seed for both of you.
Wall interaction, blue breakage, and then nothing for 50 minutes. Let's go.
Oh God. Yeah. Remind me to not sign up for that for comms. However,
If there's
yeah.
another one, I'll happily join any future master level tournaments. I really like the idea of benefiting from all the odd knowledge I've accumulated. So very fun, regardless of winning or losing. So thanks for hosting all of this and working on everyone.
Yeah, thanks Liftoff for getting that going. And we aren't even halfway done with the tournament. We are still in the best of 8 stage. We have one match left, Sarah Baron versus Infinite. That is happening on Saturday. I don't know the time exactly right now, but I will look it up.
1 p.m. UTC, I think.
Yeah, 1 p.m. UTC. On this very channel, we have Liftoff and Cosmic Angel on commentary. So be excited for that. But with that, unless you have another question, Apple?
I'm good.
Then we are good to go. And we will see you all on Saturday. And hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day it is for you. I will go sleep now. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.